Okay, we're back. So here I am again at 88 cents. Started with 30 cent first video. For those of you who see the video, um, just want to let you know I did start off with 30 cent. Actually 32 cent. This hand here, I will call this is 101. Now I have absolutely nothing. Two overcards. Even though it's only 2 cent, if he checked. Now I'm gonna bet because he checked. See, there are times when you're supposed to bet when another person checks if it's 101 and I'm last to act. That's invaluable. Please remember that. See that? Even at 2 cent, because players have habits. And a player just sometimes is, when you're last to act and they don't do anything and check team, I'm going to call this because my blind is 1 cent. 10 deuce is not a hand that I would ever consider playing. It's a bad habit. No matter what. Even when you, I'm going to tell you something else. You can flop a hand, and say you folded the hand before, and before the flop, and when you flop, say if you were holding 10 deuce and the flop comes 10 deuce deuce after you folded, don't get upset. That's going to happen sometimes. You will throw away winners, but it's the habit of the player is what makes him a winner. The habit. Um, Honestly, 90% of what we want in lives are habits. It's no different on the poker table. That's why the same people do the exact same things. 97% of people lose playing poker. I think it's horrible, and more people should win. There's a lot of incomplete information out there. Um, I've read almost every book. I've read Doyle Bronson's books, and I'm not saying that they weren't good. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you still, as an average player, you didn't get the ground roots of poker, the psychology of poker. That's most important. Yeah, you hear about patience. Yeah, sure, you need patience, but you need to just more importantly than patience is understanding what's going on in the game with these cards and why and what your odds are. And if there's a card you think is supposed to come in, it doesn't. Were the odds in your favor or were they not? Most of the time they're not in your favor. So this is something that you must understand. This way you can accept when you miss certain hands, you can understand that you were supposed to. By odds, you were supposed to. This is something that I've been reading over 14 years. Okay, so let's see here. I have a 4 and 8. Must fold. Must fold. What I am doing is not pausing. I can't do any of those things because some of you are so skeptical. That you need to watch it all the way through. But anyway, um, online poker is a great way to make money. It has every advantage um, at its disposal. Number one, you don't have to go anywhere. That's first and foremost. Number two, again, these games run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, full games from people all over the world. So therefore, you can make money whenever you feel like it. And now I'm doing this with 30 cent, starting off at 30 cent. Now I'm at 86 cent. But I play for thousands of dollars all the time, and I play the same because it's a habit. And that's what I want to show you. The way I play here works even in humongous games with a little bit of change. You change it just a little bit. When we get there, I'll show you those small changes, and they're nothing big. But it's really the grassroots of poker and how to play a 3 and a 5. Really, it should never be played. Unless you just happen to be in the big blind. That's when you look forward to those. Hoping something hits that's small. But at any other time, you don't want to be in a habit of again, keyword habit. You don't want to be in a habit of playing small hands, even if they're suited. You don't want to be in a habit of playing small hands. And as you can see, if you pay attention to the hands I'm throwing away, let's take a look with what's popping up. If you notice, 90% of the time, my hands are not winners. And that goes for you too. 90% of the time, your hands are not winners. This is the nature of this game. And when you think about it, I know it makes sense to you, but we really haven't been taught these things. Now, the next thing I want to explain to you is waiting for a hand. Understand this. Look at it this way. The longer, the more hands that you pass up that don't look good, this is bringing the odds in your favor to receive the next winner. The more hands you throw away, closer you're getting to it. It's a fact. So that's what you must look at. If you throw away 20 hands, so what? The next hand is always different. Guaranteed. There is no, in the casinos, when you sit down and you're actually playing in a casino, for those of you who actually play poker live, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Where there's a guy, and you might do this too, where there's a guy, he gets upset, he's looking at the dealer, and then he's telling the dealer that the cards that the dealer is dealing, why is the dealer giving him these cards to lose with when it's totally random? So again, online it's even more random. Safe, and it's even more random. If you want to learn how to really play, even though you're watching me, but if you really want to learn how to, and I'm gonna teach you for free anyway. Just watch. I'm gonna teach you for free. But I'm saying, if you want to learn some other nooks and crannies and other, great things about poker, or you don't have time to watch my full videos, then you can go over to autocashnow.info. Again, a deuce and an 8. I don't even expect anything with that hand. Now, I started off at 30 cents and went 30 65 cents, and then from 65 to 83 cents, just to show you that you can actually take your time and climb your way up, even if you have hardly any money. This is possible, and you're going to see it. So, the next thing I need to do is I need to check and see if I'm approaching the 10-minute mark, and if I am, I will just go ahead and stop this and start with a new video. I hope you are learning. For some of you, if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper, there's nothing wrong with that. Some of these you can actually look at and see what you would do versus what I would do, and correct. You can correct your game accordingly. So here it is, a 10 and a 7 small blind. What would you do? Now you need to consider. Now here's the consideration: 4 players only, 1 penny. I'll call. I already have half my money in. Now immediately I see there's an 8, a 3, and a deuce. No good. Anyone bets, I don't want any, I really don't want any parts of this hand. Someone bets, I'm happy to go, and then you wait for the next hand. Okay, I believe approaching the 10 mark. Now, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this last hand here, and I'll be starting another video, which will be part 3. But again, you can go to autocashnow.info if you don't have the time to watch. Now here I need a king. I would suppose an ace might be a winner, but I would need a king, preferably not a spade. Now I'm last to act. Okay, this guy's first to bet, and then there's another person calling. I don't like this hand. Normally people would play this. I fold this hand. The reason why is because there's too many ways for me to lose the hand as opposed to winning it. To win that hand, I need a king, and then that king must not be a spade, because someone could be holding to. That's the only way to lock that hand in. And again, we're talking about winning, not taking chances. There's a difference between winning and taking chances. And again, as you can see, I didn't win. Some people would have held this hand, ace 10, they'd have held that hand and been upset afterwards for no reason. So, like I said, bear with me. I will be excuse me. I will be actually stopping this video and going to another, I believe at the 10-minute mark. Again, if you want to go to the website, autocashnow.info.